Well, guys, welcome to Downtown Melo. You're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Thursday, April 30th, 2020, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for the Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Jim Parsons appeared on Jimmy Kimmel Live and discussed the fictional and historical aspects of his new show, Hollywood. The new show from Ryan Murphy follows a group of aspiring actors and filmmakers as they pursue their dreams in Hollywood following World War II. Parsons said about the limited series, which hits Netflix on Friday, is a look at Hollywood back in the 1940s. The Romance age, the classic era. We tell a lot of factual tales, but then we start spinning in some fiction. Continued, it's all about if certain decisions have been made back then, how would society or even just Hollywood look different now? How would that have affected the world? David Corenswet, Jeremy Pope, Lauren Harrier, Samara Weaving, Darren Criss, Dylan McDermott, Holland Taylor, and Pat LuPone also star in Hollywood. Parsons also discussed how he has started painting within the past year following the series finale of The Big Bang Theory. Parsons painted with acrylics due to being unable to get into any watercolor classes. Parsons said about using acrylics, there were only these acrylic classes left, which scared me to death. Anything that comes out of a tube like that, I have this odd fear of staining things, but also wasting them. The 47-year-old said displayed two of his paintings to Kimmel, which included a painting of a vase and one of his friends walking on the street. Jake Gyllenhaal told Stephen Colbert on The Late Show that Hugh Jackman declined doing the handstand challenge through email. Jake Gyllenhaal was originally challenged by his Spider-Man Far From Home co-star Tom Holland, who posted a video of himself putting on his shirt while doing a handstand. The actor successfully recorded himself completing the task and then challenged Jackman, 50 Cent, and his sister Maggie Gyllenhaal to do the same. Jackman and 50 Cent, however, were not interested. He said, I emailed Hugh Jackman. I said, come on, man. And he said, I hope you're well. Maggie Gyllenhaal did participate in the challenge. Gyllenhaal says, my sister did better than before, probably any of the ones who had done it before. He's continued, I'm a younger sibling, so I'm used to doing something, and then, like my older sibling, doing it 10 times as well. NBC has announced the air dates for several of its eagerly awaited spring programs. Film and television schedules have been in flux as the corona pandemic forced many productions to shut down or film remotely in keeping with the social distancing practices. The Beverly Hills Dog Show, hosted by John Hurley and David Fry, is set to air May 17th. Season 2 of Dwayne Johnson's The Titan Games is slated to premiere on May 25th. Season 15 of America's Got Talent, with judges Sofia Vergara, Heidi Klum, Simon Cowell, and Harry Mandel as judges, and Terry Crews as host, will begin on May 26th. The World of Dance will kick off its fourth season the same night. Jennifer Lopez, Derek Huff, and Neo are the judges, and Scott Evans will be back as the host of the show. The BBC has canceled Simon Cowell's series The Greatest Dancer after 2 seasons. The network confirmed Wednesday that the dance competition series won't return for season 3. A rep says, while there are no plans for further series of The Greatest Dancer, we are proud of the show and would like to thank everyone involved in bringing so many memorable moments to BBC One. Produced by Sitco and Fremantle, The Greatest Dancer featured live dance performers from contestants seeking to win £50,000 and a chance to perform on Strictly Come Dancing. The series was hosted by Alicia Dixon and Jordan Banjo and featured Matthew Morrison, Uti Mabuse, Cheryl Cole, and Todd Rickall as dance captain judges. The show was Cowell's first project with the BBC. The Greatest Dancer appealed to younger audiences but struggled in the ratings in season 2. The series competed with the ITV version of The Masked Singer. News broke in March that The Greatest Dancer is being remade in China. The news show, titled The Magnificent Dancer, will air on China's Dragon TV. NBC announced on Wednesday that the Paley Center for Media will be honoring Parks and Recreation before airing the reunion special on Thursday. The Paley Center salutes Parks and Recreation will air at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time before the reunion special at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The salute will go behind the scenes of the comedy series and highlight memorable moments. The cast and creator of Parks and Recreation previously came together for a 10th anniversary panel at Paley Fest in Los Angeles on March 2019. Amy Poehler, Nick Offerman, Rashida Jones, Aziz Ansari, Aubrey Plaza, Chris Pratt, Adam Scott, Rob Lowe, Jim O'Heir, and Rita were being featured on the reunion special as their Parks and Recreation's character. Leslie Knopp, played by Poehler, will be connecting with her friends through video chat amid the COVID-19 pandemic. The reunion is helping to raise funds for Feeding America's COVID-19 Response Fund. The Parks and Recreation cast and crew, along with NBC Universal, State Farm, and Subaru of America, will be matching donations up to $500,000 through May 21st. ABC announced on Wednesday a new Bachelor series hosted by Chris Harrison that will look back on the dating show's most memorable moments. The Bachelor, the most unforgettable ever, will premiere on June 8th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The series will run for 10 episodes and feature Harrison hosting the Bachelor Mansion. Harrison will present highlights from the Bachelor's 18-year history, including intense rose ceremonies, romantic proposals, new arrivals, meltdowns, breakups, and more. President of ABC Entertainment, Carrie Burke, said in a statement, "The Bachelor, the most unforgettable ever, is a love letter to our fans who have been with us through some of the most heartwarming, heartbreaking, and unexpected moments through Bachelor's history." She continued, "We can't wait for Bachelor Nation to fall in love all over again as we take this wild journey down memory lane." The retrospective series comes after ABC had postponed The Bachelorette Season 16, starring Claire Crawley, due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Quibi is giving a glimpse of its Reno 911 revival. The short-form streaming service released a new trailer for the series Wednesday, featuring cameos by actors and comedian Patton Oswalt and Tim Allen. The preview shows the Reno's Sheriff Department take on bigger busts and bolder actions while on the job. Oswalt is seen wreaking havoc in a pizza shop, while Allen is shown wearing a military uniform in a gym. Quibi also shared a group poster featuring Thomas Lennon, Carrie Keeney Silver, Cedric Yarborough, Ian Roberts, Wendy McClendon Covey, Robert Ben Grand, Niecy Nash, and other cast members. Quibi released an individual posters for the cast members Tuesday. The company shared a teaser for the revival in March. Reno 911 originally aired from 2003 to 2009 on Comedy Central. Lennon, who plays Lieutenant Jim Dangle, told IGN it was definitely a trip to reunite with his former co-stars. He said, "It's a little bit like being in the Eagles and then doing the Eagles Hell Freezes Over, but the fact is that the cast was better, funnier, and sharper now than any time before. It was amazing to see how everyone had grown as improvisers and actors, because everyone came out of the gate with no preparations." Mattel announced on Wednesday a new line of Fisher-Price toys that honor doctors and nurses titled #ThankYouHeroes. The line includes action figures and Little People community champions that pay homage to those fighting the COVID-19 pandemic. A selection of EMTs and delivery drivers are also represented in the line. The 5-character Little People set also include a grocery store worker. The #ThankYouHeroes line is available for pre-order through May 31st. Each item retails for $20. All net proceeds from #ThankYouNext will go towards #FirstRespondersFirst, an initiative that supports first responders and healthcare workers. Mattel on releasing several other toy lines to support modern-day heroes through their Play It Forward program, which gives back to the communities in time of need. Mattel is also producing 500,000 face shields for healthcare workers and is providing toy donations to a number of nonprofit organizations that care for the children of frontline workers. Chuck Scaffam, the Senior Vice President of Fisher-Price and Global Head of Infant and Preschool at Mattel, said in a statement, #ThankYouHeroes is designed to immortalize and honor healthcare and everyday heroes and to drive additional donations to support first responders. Whether these toys are given as a gift to recognize someone working on the front lines or used as a tool to help children have conversations about how they are feeling, it is our hope that Fisher-Price toys and play in general can ultimately make these difficult times easier for both adults and children. The Federal Aviation Administration is investigating a runway incident involving Harrison Ford at a California airport last week. The FAA said Ford's Aviat A1C Husky on Friday crossed a runway at Hawthorne Airport in Los Angeles while another aircraft was attempting to land. The actor's small plane crossed the west end of the runway while the second aircraft began conducting a touch-and-go landing about 3,600 feet to the east. A representative for Ford said no one was injured and there was no danger of a crash. The representative said Mr. Ford crossed the airport's only runway in his aircraft after he misheard a radio instruction from air traffic control. He immediately acknowledged the mistake and apologized to ATC for the error. The flight was intended to, quote, maintain currency and proficiency in the aircraft. Ford was previously investigated by the FAA in 2017 for inadvertently landing his private plane on an incorrect runway and was injured when his World War II era training plane crashed on the Los Angeles golf course in LA. Billie Joe Armstrong of Green Day performed I Think We're Alone Now with his sons Joey and Jacob on The Late Late Show. Armstrong played guitar and sang inside a home studio on Tuesday while his sons handled the drums and bass. I Think We're Alone Now was first performed by Tommy James and the Shondells. Armstrong has covered the song before plus other tracks such as Manic Monday by the Bangles and War Stories by the Starjets on his No Fun Mondays YouTube series. Armstrong also recently covered That Thing You Do by the late Adam Sillinger of Fountains of Wayne, who died in April at the age of 52 from complications relating to COVID-19. The rock star also discussed how his fellow Green Day members Mike Dirnt and Trey Cool are doing at home during the COVID-19 pandemic. Armstrong said Mike is basically becoming like a farmer right now. He's been growing his own vegetables, but he also organizes his record collection. Trey has just been hanging out with his wife Sarah and their baby Mickey and trying to play drums as much as he can. Armstrong mentioned wanting to get into acting more, citing soap opera The Young and the Restless as a show he would like to appear on. He says, I like to think of myself as a pretty decent B-movie actor. And finally, SiriusXM will launch new collection of music channels dedicated to Prince, the Rolling Stones, and Led Zeppelin and other artists on Friday. The satellite and online radio company announced plans Wednesday for 9 channels featuring curated music from Prince, the Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin, Metallica, David Bowie, the Eagles, Fleetwood Mac, George Strait, and Guns N' Roses. The channels will feature career-spanning songs, greatest hits, and exclusive content, including rare tracks and personal insights. SiriusXM is offering free access to its lineup of content to listeners in North America through May 31st on its app. SiriusXM President Scott Greenstein said in the press release, it's like catching lightning in a bottle for SiriusXM to be able to offer authorized channels from these iconic artists, not only to their subscribers, but at a time when our app is free to everybody. These channels, combined with our already incredible set of artist-dedicated channels, make SiriusXM the ultimate audio destination to bring fans closer to the artists they love, and at a time when people can use some great music. SiriusXM says the Prince channel will feature music from the late singer's catalog, including early recordings and greatest hits. The company will also hear a never-before-heard demo of a conceptual radio show that Prince created for Sirius satellite radio channel in 2005. Rolling Stone Radio, which originally debuted in 2008, has been updated and expanded to reflect the band's nearly 6-decade career. The channel also features thoughts and memories from Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, Charlie Watts, and Ronnie Wood. Led Zeppelin Radio will feature every song from the band's catalog, along with early rough mix, alternative versions, remasters, and momentous live performances. It will also feature sounds and insights from Jimmy Page, Robert Plant, and John Paul Jones. And that is your entertainment report for Thursday, April 30th, 2020. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's REYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.